Hello everyone and welcome to Sunday Politics, reaching you live from Channels Television's global headquarters here in Lagos. I'm Emana Amawe. Well, we've been following activities in Rivers State, and the Channels Television's crew is on ground right in the field with updates on the rerun elections which held in 22 out of the 23 local government areas this past Saturday, March the 19th. Well, I won't be doing this alone. Channels Television's political correspondent, Seun Okinbaloye, is live in Port Harcourt, and we'll be staring the ship together.
Welcome to Port Harcourt, the capital of Rivers State, and our makeshift studio. Is a special edition of Sunday Politics on Channels Television. We're monitoring and tracking all the issues trailing the Rivers State rerun elections, which held on the 19th of March 2016. So many issues to talk about, from security to the conduct itself. The political parties are already talking about the situations trailing the process, the security situation on the field and the security situation in town in Port Harcourt, the issues of accusation of assassination, issues of those responsible for rigging the elections, the role of the military, and a whole lot of issues are what the politicians are talking about today. What are you talking about this exercise? Why don't go on to Twitter at CTV Politics, and the hashtag there is hashtag politics today or hashtag Rivers Rerun, and let's know your thoughts on the program. Well, let's remind you that 8 local government areas have been suspended in this exercise. INEC has not really told us when the new date for the exercise will happen. Earlier today, there was some form of commotion which happened at my police station here in Port Harcourt, where we see the major political gladiators. It was a meeting of some sort. Well, not with themselves, but with the police authorities in that situation. This issue of an INEC electoral officer missing. Okay, I guess you're asking, missing in what sense? That's exactly the kind of situation that happened there when they said they could not find the electoral officer, and at some point when she resurfaced, we discovered that electoral materials were, of course, handled in a way that the police are still investigating. Afterwards, we'll understand that the governor, the former governor, and the candidate of the APC, all of them also arrived on the scene at that particular police station. Then, of course, we'll talk about the issue of security. The police authorities are already assessing and looking at what exactly happened today, and the AIG in charge, the most senior police officer in charge of the Rivers rerun election, has been talking about what exactly happened. And let's take a listen to AIG Adisa Bolanta.
Like I said, to intimate you with performance of the security agencies during the rerun election in Rivers State. I want to say our deployment has drastically assisted in leveraging the palpable fear associated with the election, though some pockets of security breaches were recorded in few places. However, it is pertinent I let you know that we have 24 cases. We have 24 suspects comprising 22 males and 2 females that are in police custody. These people are arrested from different parts of the state for different electoral offenses, and they are presently undergoing interrogation on allegation of criminal or electoral offenses, or both. They are with the state CID. I want to say here that I'm tired this morning after seeing outrageous figures of deaths associated with the election as dished out by the media. To put records straight, 4 deaths were recorded, with 2 in Buguma, 1 in Nowa, Tai, and Omuawa, each recorded 1. Let me, for the optic time, appeal for the continued and sustained support and cooperation of members of the public by way of in all the activities of security agencies in the state to enable us discharge our constitutional mandate of protecting life and property and ensuring a peaceful post-election period. Thank you.
That's the AIG Assistant Inspector General of Police, Adisa Balanta, giving an appraisal of the security situation in the Rivers Rerun election. Well, I told you earlier on that politicians are already speaking about this exercise, which looks so much that there is a form of stalemate in the conduct, of course, not in the issue of the outcome in the result of it. So we're assessing what has happened, what transpired on Saturday in the exercise. I'm being joined by Dr. Tam Joyce, the Commissioner for Information in Rivers State. And of course, Rivers State is a PDP-controlled state. Thank you so much for joining us on the program.
Thanks for having me, Chair.
So many issues, so many things happening just at the same time, security, INEC issues. But from your party's point of view, what exactly have you assessed? What have you come forward to say is the major problem in the exercise?
Thank you, Chair. Three major problems. First, we've seen astonishing incompetence on the part of INEC. After the annulment of the results, of the legislative arm of government here in Rivers State, and then, of course, the National Assembly, the INEC had 4 or 5 months to prepare for this, and what we've seen has been a shocking, absolutely astonishing incompetence. What would have expected that, they would have done a very good job distributing the materials. In fact, what we found was that in most cases, voters arrived at the polling units and INEC officials simply hadn't arrived. When they arrived, sometimes the materials meant for Bonny, for instance, were sent to Okrika, which is a totally different local government altogether. They had all this kind of, it was a logistical nightmare. And what we expected was that INEC was going to get this right. They didn't. Secondly, we found, just as you said in your introduction, open cases of collusion, INEC collusion with the APC. Now, you see, this isn't totally surprising because we've always questioned the integrity of this process.